Hey guys, this is a lesson on large number. Our goal is to demonstrate an understanding of place value, including numbers that are greater than a million. So we're talking about big numbers. So before we start, you'll need a pencil and a note pack or a notebook or a scrap piece of paper or a whiteboard or whatever, and then calculator, place value chart, highlighter, iPad. Those are all optional and could help. So if you need to get them now, do that. Pause the video and come back, or let's get going. So, what do you already know about large numbers? What's the largest number you can write down? How do you say that number? Go ahead and take 5 minutes to brainstorm on this page everything you already know about large numbers. Okay, so to review, whole numbers can be represented using models, pictures, numbers, and words. So, for example, 413,252 can be represented in the following ways. Standard form, just written with just the numbers. Expanded form, you can see 400,000 plus 10,000 plus 3,000 plus 2,000 plus 50 plus 2. Words, 413,252. Or on a place value chart, you can see we have a place value chart. There's 4 units in the 100,000s, 1 unit in the 10,000, 3 units in the thousands, 2 units in the ones, 5 units in the tens, and 2 units in the ones. 2 units in the hundreds. You got me. So have you ever seen 1 million of anything? Think about that and maybe jot down some examples of a million. It's a big number and it's really hard for us to think about it. Okay, so here's what you need to know. Large numbers are organized into groups of 3. These groups are called periods. So starting from the right, the name of the periods are the ones period, thousands, millions, billions, trillions. And it keeps going after that. There's quadrillions, quintillions, and there's like up to 65 different periods. And this makes it really easy to read. It's the same pattern all the way up. So each period is divided into hundreds, tens, and ones. Hundreds, tens, and ones. Millions, hundreds, tens, and ones. Billions, hundreds, tens, and ones. Trillions, hundreds, tens, and ones. So using a place value chart can help you understand this pattern. And then you can read like humongous numbers. Go ahead and try to read this one. It's 451 trillion, 620 billion, 35,102,457. You don't have to say the ones at the end. This is just the unit that we're talking about generally. All right, so here's an example. Kendra made a chart showing the 5 countries with the greatest number of high-speed internet subscribers. So you can see in this chart, we have 5 different countries and then how many internet subscribers they had in 2007. So how can we compare these numbers? Well, Kendra can put these numbers in a place value chart that goes to the millions period. So for example, this is Japan's number, 27,152,349. So she can write it in expanded form, in standard form, she can say it as a word, and she can use these different forms to compare. So for example, if I'm looking like which 2 countries have the most similar number of subscribers, I can see that Korea and the United Kingdom both have about 14 million subscribers. If I'm looking which country has the most subscribers, I can see that United States has 66 million, so that's the most. All right. So now is your time to show what you know. These 3 questions are checking if you can say a number out loud, write it in expanded form, or place it into a place value chart. This is an opportunity to visualize what a million of something might look like. If you're on the slides, there's a link to a million dots that actually shows a million dots on the piece of paper. It's pretty cool. This is a 3-part question where you draw your own place value chart, make sure that it's big enough for numbers larger than a million, and then fill these numbers into that place value chart. The key problem of the week is to use the internet to research these questions. Who's the world's top paid athlete? How much do they make? How much does your favorite athlete make a year? There's some links here, Forbes magazine, Wikipedia, TSN, The Score, where you can get some reputable information. And then some great key practice for this one are these 2 skills on IXL, grade 6 A1 and grade 6 A2. Okay, don't forget that there is a lot of extra stuff in these slides. There's some Khan Academy videos. There's a book that's great. You're going to want to use your calculators. You can practice that. There's an extension where you can write absolutely humongous numbers. Here's an example of a PAT problem. Here is a worksheet you can work on. That link doesn't work. Here's some other tips and challenges. Here's a way to reflect. Here's an example of some students' work from past years. There's some slides from past years, some explanation. This is all student work. Look at that. That's super fancy. Okay, some strategy focus on rounding and using numbers that are easier to work with, and simplifying using names, moving up in the place value every time you multiply by 10. Here's a place value chart if you want to print that off. Flocabulary has an awesome video. Here's another view of the example we used. Here's some more questions. Here's some more questions. Here's some more questions. This is a problem-solving question about if a line of the people all around the world would reach around Earth. Some more problem-solving questions, some more checking, problem-solving, examples, reflections, some more problems. So lots and lots of good stuff. Dice game, all this good stuff. Okay, so we're gonna just head back to the goals for today. This is what you should be thinking about. Can you demonstrate an understanding of place value, including numbers that are greater than 1 million? So can you explain how the place value system works? Can you solve problems using numbers greater than 1 million? And can you read and write numbers that are greater than 1 million? And think about not yet, sometimes, satisfactory, proficient, or excellent. Okay, thank you very much.